Okay, a little bit about my past here. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a violent type of past. It's not me. It's not like I have a good control over my behavior. I don't get angry. I don't get excited. I stay cool. Now, I do act angry. There's a time when you want to act like you're losing it, and then that scares everybody. So I do act it, but like I say, I don't. I always keep my cool. But anyway, some of the stuff I've been in is, like I say, the racial riots when I was younger. In the Marine Corps, combat veteran in Vietnam. I was a grunt, a rifleman and machine gunner and mortars. But I was out in the jungle. Let's see. I've been self-employed just about all my life. I trained SWAT teams. The time when I had that supper club, I owned a supper club. So I worked from, the hours were from 5 in the evening, supposed to be till like 1 or 2 in the morning. But I say as an owner, you come in early and all this kind of stuff. But also, it was only open 5 days a week. And so I had most of the mornings and a lot of time to do other things. And one of the things I did was train SWAT teams. And I don't train SWAT teams like people think. I don't say, well, here, you reach and then I grab and all that. I mean, that's not the way it is. What I did, I was the bad guy. And as the bad guy, they would have to come in and get me. And we would do it at, different levels of difficulty. It might be as simple as, a patrolman, knocking on the door and coming in and getting me, to I could be a drug dealer, or a drug producer. I'm making drugs and all this stuff, and they're coming in for that. Kidnapping, I've kidnapped people, and then they'd have to come in and rescue them. That was really my specialty, was hostage rescue. And what it was, it's not that I rescued them. They're the ones that rescued the hostages. But my job was to take people hostage. And I've taken a lot of people hostage, and one of them was a judge. He wanted to see how if his courtroom was safe. I took care of his courtroom. I took it hostage. And then another one was a school. Had a school principal said, well, what would I do if 3 or 4 kids came in and started shooting up the place, And I said, well, okay, we'll fix that. So we did it. And it took us, it was either 4 or 5 SWAT teams that came in the school to rescue everybody. So it was interesting. And but I say, so it was full contact. The only thing is we use wax bullets. We don't use wax or plastic bullets. We don't use real bullets, of course. And at first we used paintballs, but we had to be in an area where we're going to get the place dirty. So then we went to the wax and plastic bullets, and then we could use any kind of place. And that is basically the way I teach individuals. And that's what I also did, and I still do now, teach individuals and businesses on how to stay safe for anything. It doesn't make any difference. Like I say, I've been self-employed, know what it's like to have a business and you being in danger, extortion, any kind of thing. I know how to take care of it, and I'll show you how to do it. And I see, as a travel companion, people would hire me to go to places. Normally it's not places like, Cancun, stuff like that. And so if they would get a hold of me and they'd say, well, they'd like to go, and I'd do the research to see if it's safe enough that I would want to go. It doesn't have to be safe, but we've got to be halfway safe. And so I went to Cuba, and now Cuba was really educating. Never been to a country that had no God, no beliefs. It's the first country I've ever been to where the people believe the government is right. The government knows everything, and the government will take care of you. I will admit, they had the lowest crime rate of any place I've ever gone. I couldn't believe there was no crime. But they tried to lock me up when I first got into the country because they want everybody to act a certain way. If you don't, they take you off to the sugarcane fields and they never see you anymore. And for here I was, coming in and out from the outside, and I wasn't acting appropriately, and I didn't look appropriate like they want me to, and so it got kind of a funny thing. And I wasn't planning any problems when we went there. So, but that was one of the scariest moments. I almost pissed and shit my pants on that one. That was pretty scary. And then.